welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're exploring the hidden technical debt of AI development, and more importantly, how we can actually build truly durable systems. Look, if you've been working with AI agents lately, you already know the speed of development is just off the charts. It's never been faster. But as we're going to uncover today through some pretty fascinating recent research, all that incredible speed, well, it might be coming at a massive hidden cost.
Okay, let's dive right in by asking a seriously critical question about the foundations of our modern code bases. Are we building software empires on sand? I mean, we have these absolute superpower tools at our fingertips, but if the underlying architecture and the way we test things aren't rock solid, even the most mind-blowing applications are basically doomed to just collapse under their own weight. Just take a look at this staggering statistic. From a recent Y Combinator batch, we learned that a full 25% of startups are shipping code bases that are, and this is wild, 95% AI generated. We are literally conversing our software into existence at breakneck speeds. But as we'll see, because of how this code is being generated and crucially how it's being tested, that foundation is already starting to crack. So, Section 1, the vibe coding illusion. Let's talk about building fast.
We've got to start with this new paradigm that has completely taken the industry by storm. What's super interesting here is that Andre Karpathy, the guy who actually coined the term vibe coding, explicitly positioned it for throwaway weekend projects. He described a workflow where you don't even really read the code, you just prompt, generate, and iterate until the thing works. It was literally meant for non-production use. And yet, enterprise teams are adopting this wholesale for serious production-level applications.
Because of that wholesale adoption, we're seeing this predictably destructive trajectory that industry experts are now calling the 3-month wall. It goes like this. In months 1 through 3, you've got total euphoria. You're shipping features like crazy. But by month 4, integration challenges hit and you plateau. Fast forward to month 10, and you're actually in decline, spending all your time debugging legacy AI code. And by month 16, delivery just completely stalls out. The system has become this massive tangle of spaghetti chat history. Nobody actually understands how it works anymore. They're just kind of crossing their fingers and hitting enter.
And check out the key data point illustrating the cost of this. A massive study across 211 million lines of code found a 4-fold increase in code duplication. Why? Well, when you vibe code, AI models generate these isolated, self-contained little snippets. They don't magically look across your entire repository to find existing abstractions. They just copy, paste, and duplicate, which bloats your code base exponentially over time. To really ground this, let's follow Alex. Alex is a senior developer featured in a recent empirical study out of Queen's University. Using vibe coding, Alex built HomeBot, a smart home agent. And on day 1, it was magic. You tell it, hey, it's too dark, and boom, it turns on the lights. Perfect, right? But Alex is about to crash headfirst into that 3-month wall. And the reason why leads us perfectly into our next topic. Section 2, the testing blind spot, quality assurance. So as Alex desperately tries to fix a decaying HomeBot, we uncover this massive, glaring flaw in how the entire tech industry is approaching quality assurance for AI agents. The Queen's University study revealed a total inversion of how we should actually be doing this. Developers are spending over 70% of their testing effort verifying deterministic wrappers. You know, the parsers, the external tools, the predictable stuff. But get this, they're dedicating less than 5% of their effort to the non-deterministic foundation model core. They're practically ignoring the actual brain of the agent. And that brings us to this dangerously low number right here, 1%. Only 1% of all tests in the studied agent ecosystem actually evaluate the prompts, which are sometimes called the triggers. Just let that sink in for a second. The prompts are literally the steering wheel of your AI model, and 99% of the time, they aren't even subjected to regression testing. The system is essentially flying blind. Which is exactly what happened to our developer, Alex. Because Alex had 0 prompt regression testing in place, a silent, totally unannounced update to the foundation model changed HomeBot's semantic behavior. Suddenly, when Alex says it's too dark, instead of executing the tool to turn on the lights, HomeBot just gets chatty. It politely asks, would you like me to turn on the lamp? The underlying model drifted, and traditional unit tests completely missed it because they're looking for hard-coded strings, not a suddenly polite conversational AI.
Section 3, spec-driven development. Let's look at a structural solution.
All right, so how do we actually fix this architectural mess? Well, we have to invert our approach. We need to move away from purely conversational, prompt-based generation and fully embrace spec-driven development, or SDD.
In SDD, you don't just start chatting with an AI and hope for the best. You specify the requirements up front. You plan the architecture. Then you let the AI implement. And finally, you verify. In this model, the specification becomes the primary immutable artifact, not the generated code itself. The modern evolution of this is what we call living specs. This is a total game changer because it completely eliminates that nasty requirements drift you get in super long AI chat threads. By making sure the code, the human team, and the AI agents are all coordinating around a constantly updated central contract, no one loses the plot. If a change happens, the spec updates right along with it, guaranteeing that all future AI generations have the exact correct context. Section 4, Testing AI. Getting a handle on the non-deterministic. Okay, so we've got a solid architecture now, but how do we actually test the unpredictable AI core? Enter DeepEval. This right here is the antidote to legacy testing for AI agents. Instead of looking for exact string matches, which we already know fail the second the AI phrases things slightly differently, we use the LLM as a judge paradigm. Basically, we use another AI to verify if the output is semantically correct, if it's relevant, and if it's free of hallucinations. It tests the actual meaning, not just the exact wording. Amazingly, the study found this brilliant pattern is used in only about 1% of projects right now. There's another incredibly smart yet highly underutilized trick here: hyperparameter control during testing. When you're running automated tests on your agent, you can just set the foundation model's temperature to 0. Think of temperature as the AI's creativity dial. Cranking it down to 0 forces the model to eliminate randomness and output the most probable tokens every single time. It makes your tests fully reproducible. It is such a simple, elegant way to tame non-determinism during your test suites. Finally, Section 5, the hybrid synthesis, bringing this into enterprise workflows. So look, we know vibe coding is super fast, and we know specs are durable. How do we get the best of both worlds? Let's check out the new hybrid loop. You don't actually have to abandon the speed of vibe coding entirely. Instead, teams start by exploring quickly, vibe coding their way through the early prototypes. But then they hit what's called a formalization trigger. They lock those rapid discoveries into versioned living specs. And from that exact point onward, they iterate safely and predictably within the boundaries of that specification. But what exactly is a formalization trigger? Well, these are the clear signals telling you it's time to stop treating your codebase like a weekend hackathon. When your AI fixes one file but mysteriously breaks 3 others. When regressions start popping up out of nowhere. When a second human developer joins the project. Or simply when you decide, hey, this tool is actually going to touch production data. That is the definitive moment you transition into a strictly specified, mature system. As we wrap up this explainer today, I want to leave you with one final provocative question. Will your AI codebase survive the next 3 months? Are you building for a quick weekend thrill, putting all your trust in ephemeral chat history? Or are you truly engineering for the enterprise, utilizing things like living specs and semantic testing? The tools to build incredibly durable AI systems are sitting right in front of us. It's time we start using them. Thanks so much for joining me on The Explainers, and I'll catch you all next time.